The Nuggets are going for gold.
I
You
like
get it?
that. Yes. They got to go get it.
graphic.
It took
Keep
you a little
digging,
while
go get it.
before you laugh.
Yes.
This is their last 5 games. A 5-game winning streak that they're looking
Rolling.
to extend in Minnesota as they take on a Timberwolves team that's won 4 of their last 6. There's a couple of all-stars in the Western Conference. Nikola Jokic with a nice footwork in the bucket inside, cutting their deficit as the Wolves led the way at that point. Then off the inbounds, Karl Anthony Towns knocks down the mid-range jumper.
Catch and shoot 5.
Right.
It's unbelievable. I mean, these young guys, their skill set, that's old school big boy basketball right there. Rebound and put it back.
Body to body.
The Wolves would lead the way 64-61 at the half. Then the Joker here with the missed layup gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Malik Beasley for 3.
Yeah, the Joker showed his athleticism, which is below the rim. And nice kick out. He has great vision.
Beasley had 22 in this one. Towns
Oh!
with
That's some athleticism.
31 points and 12 rebounds.
Sorry, Plumlee, that you've been on a Towns poster tonight. Ooh, that was vicious.
Are you a cat guy?
Yeah, I'm a cat guy. I like cat. I'm a cat guy.
I'm a cat guy.
So a Karl Anthony Towns guy. How about like just
No, I'm a
cats?
dog. I knew I was messing with you. I knew you were going. I knew where you were going. That's not like I'm a cat guy, but I'm a
still a
dog
cat
lover.
guy.
I'm a dog
Shout out
lover.
to Magic.
Ooh, Luau Dane sighting.
Flashback, Luau.
Correct. Now the same score here. 10 seconds to go. Luol Deng gets a shot for the win and can't knock it down.
Yeah, I would like to have seen Wiggins or Towns. try
Yeah,
something.
why are we not playing through Towns? I haven't figured it out. Second game I've seen, the ball didn't go to him down
In the
low.
final possession.
Yeah. Hit a big shot in big shot in overtime to win.
Right.
The Nuggets go on to win at 107-106, and Coach Mike Malone is the 2019 All-Star coach for, well, we can't call them the Western Conference All-Stars, Team LeBron.
Team LeBron.
It is, of course,
That
Coach
sounds good,
Bud
too. That sounds good.
with Team Giannis. I know, I like it all. Well, the Nuggets, Nikola Jokic recorded a triple-double, his 9th this season. Can you tell me what stood out to you about his play?
What I love about Jokic is just the way he sets screens and how he's able to roll to the basket. He uses physicality. Right now, you can see his vision is that he's seeing this left side of the court, and if you're cutting to the basket, he will make the proper pass to you. And then just his ability to set the screen, roll to the basket, and then he plays physical basketball. He's not a big-time athlete, but he knows I can use my body down low, and I'll hit these guys who are 6'8", 6'9", or smaller than me. And guys, the way the game is now, it's not a lot of physicality. And then he does an excellent job of looking down the court. Most bigs want to give the ball to the guard in the backcourt. His vision is all the way down the court, 94 feet. He does a good job of passing the ball on cuts to the basket. He puts his body on guys, and then he has great footwork around the basket. Just the jab step, the pump fake, the little things that as you get older and you're not as big-time athlete anymore, you got to know how to use your body. So he's using his body well. And then just the guys around him. You start seeing the guards knock down shots, and everyone knows when he gets the ball in the low block, you got to cut without the ball.
And we really quickly brushed over the fact that Malik Beasley had 22. How has he contributed to this team this season?
34 the other night, career high.
Right.
35 with
And just continues to improve, which I think is what's most
35 points
impressive.
the other night against Houston at home. Breakout year for me because opportunity. We know Gary Harris has missed a lot of games. Prepared himself ready to play. We know Will the Thrill missed some games earlier in the season, ready to play. So Malik Beasley has shown us now when opportunity knocks, and you notice when you're in the gym early, you're working on your shot, you're taking care of your body. So now when Coach Malone puts him in the game, he doesn't look like a fish out of water. He looks like a guy that's been waiting and salivating for this opportunity. That's why he's playing such great basketball.
He's averaging more than 27 points a game over this last 3 games.
And one of their player development guy who's a guy that was here with me in Atlanta, John Beckett, he does a great job of working with young players and keeping those guys motivated, keeping them in shape. And as you said, when that opportunity comes, you have to seize that moment. It's a long season, and guys are going to get hurt. So there's no excuse for you not to be in great shape. And when Coach calls your number, you have to be ready to go out there and execute.
So is this Nuggets team a legitimate contender in the Western Conference?
I say yes. The only thing that we, quote unquote, NBA people were concerned about, are you ready to get right out of that second round. Can they win the first round series 1-8?
Right.
You probably say yes, unless you're facing the Lakers and that's a LeBron James team. Then you're pretty nervous because we know LeBron James can probably beat a series by itself in that first round. But because they're so young, Chris, and they've never been there before, that's my biggest concern for them.
And I'm like you, I'm concerned with their experience. The only experienced player that has really deep playoff experience is Paul Millsap. The other guys are young, and get into the playoff, you can be excited about it, but it's another level of intensity. Guys really lock in on what you do well, and they're going to take your strengths away. So I don't know how well they're going to do. It depends on the first-round opponent, how well they do. But you're right. If they were to get the Lakers, we know LeBron can win a series by himself.
Well, then if you think that they're perhaps a piece away from being a legitimate contender, can they go get anybody with the trade deadline around the corner?
Believe it or not, I don't think it's a player for them, because I think Millsap is that veteran that TD's talking about. Jokic has grown within. Gary Harris has grown within. Will the three? Plumlee. They got enough pieces.
Yes.
Just getting to playoff experience.
Maybe Isaiah Thomas comes back, from the injury. I think the young rookie's done for the whole year, Porter. But at the end of the day, you have enough pieces. Now is, do you believe in yourself? Does this system translate to the playoffs? And can you get those stops that we've seen teams do time after time, year after year in the playoffs?
And I think the key is, once again, is getting to the playoff and then having your experience. But when you're going against teams that have already been in the playoff, that their experience and they know what they need to do as far as, like you said, getting consecutive stops, executing, knowing time and score, and knowing from each game, teams going to make adjustments. Players have to make adjustments, but you're the same player with the same tendencies that they saw before. So you have to be able to have counters and make changes. But I like the team. I like the chemistry. I wouldn't change anything, because you can bring in another piece and it can mess the chemistry up. So you got to be very careful of that.
Look elsewhere in the Western Conference. Perhaps a legitimate contender in the Houston Rockets? Trying to somehow shoot their way out of a slump. They've dropped 2 in a row in Utah to face a Jazz team that's won 9 of their last 10 home games, but James Harden decided, we're just not going to lose 3 in a row.
Well, it's hard to do that the way this young man's been playing back-to-back seasons, because the system really does fit his skill set.
It truly
does. He puts so much pressure.
How do you stop him? How do you slow him down?
Well, there's a number of ways, I would say, but even double teaming, if guys are making shots, it opens up the court, but he is one of the best players I've seen off the bounce.
He had 29 points in the first half alone. There he is with a no-look to Kenneth Faried, who's been very helpful since his acquisition.
Well, he's a different version of what Capella brings you. Once again, James Harden gets to the paint with the floater, because now look how wide open the lane is. So now as a defender, you're like, my 4-foot lane, he kicks it. If I get too close to him, he goes by me. He gets a layup, or I foul him. So once again, for some of us, you're like, wait, this is one-on-one basketball. Well, I can't think of another one-on-one player right now in our game that really fits.
There's certainly not a one-on-one defender.
Well, it's tough to defend a guy that gets rhythm the way he does, and he's going to get 20 to 30 shots if he wants. So it's hard to guard a player that has a green light every time down the court. Is that for a defender, you're looking for help, but you don't have help because they have shooters on the outside.
But he contributes across all statistical categories. He finished with 43 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 6 steals, and 4 blocks. The Rockets won it, by the way, in case you missed it, 125-98. Is he simply running away with a back-to-back MVP trophy?
I don't know if he's running away with it, but he's got a close grip to it. And as he continues to play this way, and this team continues to win, you look in the standings, they still hover around 5 or 6. That's what makes his case very strong. Like people say,
oh, you see it every night.
So now Russell's doing this with Paul George.
Right.
Now you see James Harden without Chris Paul doing these numbers, and they're still winning. So that's what makes it so much exciting to talk about. Oh, wait a minute. The Greek Freak is doing amazing things.
He is.
Right.
And Milwaukee has the best record in the NBA. So this may be another one of those years where every case has so much data to prove it.
Right.
But I'm not sure who's going to win at the end.
It's like I said, it's for me, he's the leading candidate right now. And just because he's been carrying his team without Chris Paul being there and then having Capella out, and he's surrounded, as you said earlier, with the right talent. It's all about personnel. You might go to a team and it might not be the right fit for you, but if you can get the right talent around you and they fit your game, and they know exactly what he does well. And his teammates don't complain. Because you could be in other places where guys are shooting and you start hearing talk and chatter about, oh, he's shooting too much. He's a franchise player. That'll get you traded. So make sure you know your role on this team.
Well, when we come back, the highlights continue with Ben Simmons and the Sixers wrapping up a 4-game West Coast road trip in Sacramento. And Anthony Davis is still on the Pelicans roster, not on the court, of course, in a Gucci tee with the blazer. I like it. The team's in San Antonio to take on the Spurs.
Game night is on Monday on NBA TV. Doubleheader, and we'll be joined by one Jason Kidd. He watches his former teams battle on the court. Bucks versus Nets, Spurs versus the Kings. Speaking of games, the NBA news has overshadowed all week, right? And we know that the Super Bowl is here in Atlanta. No, we have our own game to play. You guys ready?
Yeah,
Got some Super Bowl prop bets.
Okay.
All right, first one. What will be the higher number, James Harden's points tonight versus the Utah Jazz or the Rams' point total in the Super Bowl?
I think James Harden is scoring at an amazing clip right now, so I'm going to take James on this one. I think he's going to get it buckets. No Chris Paul, rest, so you have someone else that's going to be having the ball in his hands.
How many points?
I don't know, over 40.
So you get
43.
James Harden over 40.
43.
And the Rams will not score 43. Okay.
I got the Rams scoring 45.
Woo!
So how much do you have James Harden scoring?
40,
No Chris Paul.
43.
40-something, right? He's going to be right there. It's gonna be
So
a
you
fight
go
around
with the
there.
Rams over.
Yeah.
I got another really good one for you. You know, Nikola Jokic, the Joker, not playing games when it's distributing the rock. How many assists tonight versus the T-Wolves or catches, not touchdowns, but just catches by Rob Gronkowski in the Super Bowl?
Oh, I got the Joker's assist, the Joker dimes. He's against the Wolves, too. He's dropping dimes.
So, like, if Gronk has, I don't know, 10 catches,
Then
still think the Joker's going to have more assists?
going to have 11 at least.
Yeah, Joker be flirting with a triple-double some nights, so I'd say he had like 9 or 10 assists tonight. Definitely.
Okay, so you guys agree on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to our third one. Higher number, LeBron James threes. Well, he's not playing, so we're going to have to pick a different player. How about this? Brandon Ingram threes
Ooh,
or
that changes.
touchdown passes by Tom Brady in the Super Bowl.
Going with the GOAT, Tom Brady, he's going to definitely
I'm
have
sorry, were you talking about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? What just happened there?
a Jordan.
Yeah, you just said Tom Brady's the GOAT.
He's
right?
the GOAT in the football space. There's many different GOATs. It's all types of GOATs.
I'm going with the crown jewel of the Pelicans trade, Brandon Ingram.
More three.
Really?
Yeah, more threes.
Because
Tom
Tom
Brady.
Brady gets next to
Yeah.
that goal line, handing it off to his
That's
backs.
right.
Got to pay
Karan's
attention
going to have
the game.
All right.
3 maybe. I'm sorry, not Karan. Brandon's going to have 3 threes, and Brady's going to be,
Good luck with that.
Well, in New Orleans, they had some issues with the power in the Super Bowl a few years back. Again, it's here in Atlanta. So how about this? Higher number of power outages in Atlanta or Ben Simmons three-point attempts?
Oh, that's an easy one. I'm going to go with the power
Attempts?
outage.
You think that, yeah, just attempts.
Yeah,
tonight.
power outage. Absolutely. He's not shooting a 3. Got no business shooting a 3 right now.
So you guys really think that we're more likely to see another power outage in the
Blackout.
Super
Yep.
Bowl
Blackout.
than we are to see Ben Simmons attempt a three-point
Yeah.
shot?
Blackout.
Yes. I want to say some other things, but I'm not going
He might
to.
shoot one in the All-Star game, though.
Nah, because they'll claim